Hello everybody, it's Erin Taylor here. I am sitting outside of my younger son's swim practice, and I wanted to make a video based on something that I observed just a little while ago at my older son's high school volleyball match. So in addition to being a parent, coach, and educator, I also have 3 very active children. And so today has been quite a full day with their schedules after school. And so I find that I have to squeeze my work in where I can, because one thing that I think is very important is that I find that nice balance between working and sharing what I love and helping parents while also being the best parent that I can be. And so that's what I strive to do every single day. But anyway, my son's high school volleyball team played another high school, which is a very small school, and they don't have a very good team. And so the game wasn't very well matched, and our team knew it going into the match that they were most likely favored to win this match. And they did end up winning the match 2-0. But what I observed with my son and his teammates was really, really good, and I wanted to share it with you. It's really about sportsmanship. So they could have gone into this match and absolutely clobbered the other team because skill-wise and height-wise, they're way overmatched. And so they could have just dominated in every way, shape, and form, but they didn't. They still won the games, but what they did is they worked hard to make sure that their fundamentals were strong. Instead of trying to do a really hard jump serve that no one in the world could pass, but that also has a higher likelihood of going out because that's a more difficult skill level of a serve, they for the most part went to their float serves. So that's kind of a serve where you throw the ball up and just hit it over instead of throwing the ball up, jumping and hitting it over. That's usually a much harder serve, but it has a higher likelihood of errors. And so most of them served the ball with a float serve and just worked on their consistency. So this was a way that they didn't totally dominate the other team, but it allowed them to continue to hone their own skills and their own consistency. And I thought this was really neat after I thought about it on the way leaving the match. I thought it really showed a high level of good, solid sportsmanship. So rather than dominating, they just used this match as a chance to practice their own fundamentals and their own skills and playing solid volleyball. They encounter other teams that are evenly matched with them and some other teams that are much better than them. And in those kind of games, it seems like, well, with the teams that are much better, it seems like they hardly can catch their breath because the other team is so dominant. And so they don't have a chance in those kind of games to really think through the plays and really keep their head in the game because they're kind of scrambling from the jump, from the start, to just keep up with the intensity of the game. And so they've been on both sides of the fence, so to speak. And I really appreciated that they didn't come out trying to crush this other team, and they really kind of tapped into playing the fundamentals solidly. And youth sports is a passion of mine. I love so much about the benefits of youth sports, and there's so much good that can come out of it, and there's also so many ways that sometimes it just doesn't turn out as well as you would hope. And so anytime I see really good things going on in youth sports, I like to share them. I heard a dad talking in the stands about his son's soccer team yesterday and how his son got a red card because he kind of sort of tackled one of the players on the other team. But during the entire game leading up to this, the other team was extremely rough and aggressive with him, and they weren't getting called on any of the things that they were doing. And so this young man got fed up with it after, most of the game, and he just kind of flipped out on the last kid who tried to be aggressive with him. And I thought, that's really such a shame. And then so this young man got a red card, and none of the other kids who had been doing things earlier in the game got anything, even a yellow card. And that's really an example of not good sportsmanship. That's not really the way soccer should be played. And so anytime I see good examples, I like to share them. So if you have a young person, a child in any type of sport, good sportsmanship is priceless. It's priceless to teach your child good sportsmanship. It's priceless for the recipient of your child's good sportsmanship. And it just makes the game that much better and that much more valuable. So that's what I wanted to share today. I hope that wherever you are, you make it a wonderful rest of the day for yourself.